6:30 a.m. I just woke up. Here's the funny thing. Sometime during the night, my buddy Monty came and got in with me. Huh, Monty? Oh, it was cold. Apparently, everybody else, the cats and the dog, they're all in there sleeping with Grandma. But old Monty came here to sleep with me, didn't you, buddy? Keep himself warm as well as keep me warm. Well, this morning, I wanted to talk about acceptance and understanding. Alright, so let's get up and make some coffee there, Monty. Monty the dog, you brindle fool. Alright, I know. We'll make another couple of videos this morning. I love you, babe. Thank you. There you go. This is my little buddy Poe. He's finally starting to come around to be my friend. He's a cool little doggy right here. He is. But, like other little doggies, it's not like a goober. Alright? He has a tendency to not like people. Because somewhere along the line, somebody one day was walking along the sidewalk or riding their bicycle or something, and little Poe was down there doing what he does, right? And they did something to him, threw a rock at him, kicked him, or something, right? And now little Poe tends to not like people. So he runs down whenever somebody's coming along, you understand? He runs down there and he barks and he yells and he jumps up and down and he snaps at them, right? Because in little Poe's mind, right, they're going to do something bad to him. So he's out there defending his right to be here, right? Poe doesn't understand that it's only that one person that was mean to him. Because in little dog's mind, little doggies live right now. They live in this second, right? That's why they have such unconditional love for us, right? And they care about us. And they tend to protect us, right? When they want to, right? And this leads me to acceptance and understanding, right? These are two very powerful emotions in the human psyche. Which one's more powerful? Well, that depends on your situation, I guess. In my book, the way I see it, acceptance is way more powerful than understanding, because you can't truly understand anything unless you first accept it for what it is. And then through that acceptance comes understanding. All right? Pretty simple stuff, right? Oh, I got a new coffee cup this morning. Hawaii. Now, sure, other people will argue that you have to understand things before you can accept them for what you are. Well, in certain situations, this is true, right? But in most situations, right, there is no understanding unless first you accept what it is. Right here, I'll give you an example. What's this? Well, we all know what this is. This is a rock. See, once you give something a name, you empower it, right? And through that empowerment comes understanding of what it is, a rock, right? You just don't run out there and look down and say, "Oh, I understand," right? You understand what? Right. I understand that this is a rock. See, you get my point. Until you name something and you give it that power, it's just an inanimate object that exists within our known universe. Right? Right? But if you go, "Oh wow, check out these cool rocks, man, they're alright." See, you are subconsciously accepting the status quo of what it is. You know? People are kind of like that. And they fight themselves all day long trying to understand the situations around them without any regard to accepting it for what it is. I mean, but it was that thing. There's that thing that I said in a video, I think, a while back. Saying if that one day you wake up and you find yourself in a situation where you have absolutely no control over the outcome, right? What do? Well, most people at that point would try to grab a hold of it and control it, or manipulate the situation around to where they have control over what's going to happen. Well, so a lot of times that doesn't work. Because in the situation where you have no control, right, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to accept the simple fact that you have no control and just leave it alone. Let it go. Right? Because for those of you that try to control it, or figure out a way to make it come out the way you want, the harder you try to control something, the farther out of control it becomes. See, so acceptance and understanding. See, those people that are trying to control the situation are trying to exert their understanding over this situation, right? And without accepting it for what it is. And that's why it gets out of control, because there is no acceptance of a bad situation. Right? I'll use me and Margaret as an example. Margaret is in a bad situation, right? And she understood she was going to a place where she was going to have a hard time, right? Before she even got there. That's because when we were deciding to send Margaret there, Margaret accepted in her heart that she knew she was going to a place where she was going to have a hard time. And that the only thing she could do at that point was to just let it go and see what happens, right? That's where the understanding came in. You see, Margaret accepted her life and her situation, right? And then used her vast array of perceptions, right, to understand the situation as it unfolds. And it's been getting better for Margaret. It's been getting better. Yeah, the grandkids are starting to calm down. They're starting to come around, and they're starting to spend more time trying to understand Margaret and figure out where she is. Oh yeah, one or two of them are still fighting her and still yelling and screaming at her, still protesting the simple fact that she's there, because they don't understand the situation, because little ones have no concept of acceptance. We as adults, on the other hand, we have all of these emotions, right, at our fingertips, right? Now on the other side of this situation, right, here I am at my mom's house, right? Now, I didn't come here to take over and take away anything from my niece and her boyfriend, right? Or my sister, or my other niece, right? Or my other niece, Cherie. I didn't. I came here for two simple reasons. Reason number one, right, is because I had no other place to go. And and Margaret convinced me that it was this time in my life that I needed to come here, and I needed to reconnect with my mother. And I needed to spend some time with her, right? Listen to the stories and be with her, right? Accept my life as it is, right? And then the understanding will come. The second reason is because we sent Margaret to Kansas for a very specific reason, and that was to get her Social Security, her disability, fixed, because Arizona, in its wisdom, decided that, right, they didn't want to pay all the money that Kansas had granted her. Right? So, you all know, the original plan was for me to take Sparky to Kansas and to be with Margaret, right? And settle the whole thing there and then go on about our business. We had no intentions of staying there. We had no intentions of living in the house, Patrick's house forever. Hell no. Right? We didn't. We had, our full intentions were to do what we could for them and then go on about our lives. My mom understands that here. My mom has accepted the status quo for what it truly is. Acceptance is more powerful than understanding. Right? My mom doesn't fully understand the situation with me and Margaret, but she accepts my presence here, right? Knowing full well that one, it's not going to be forever. Two, that it's that one day Margaret's going to come and we're going to go, and we're going to go live our lives. You see, so that, my friends, is the difference between acceptance and understanding. Right? So you decide yourself which is way more powerful. Right? So here, let's bring this back full circle. Remember my little buddy Poe? Poe has finally gotten around to accepting me, right, as somebody that's going to be here, somebody's going to live here. And he doesn't bark at me, he doesn't scream at me, he doesn't try to nip at my feet anymore every time I come in or out, right? He's accepted me for what I am, right? And through that acceptance comes understanding that I'm not going to hurt him, right? I just want to be his friend, right? He understands that I'm the person that when nobody else is around that's going to give him food, that's going to give him water, right? That's going to love him. So, see, even in that simplicity of living in the now, right, acceptance and understanding are powerful emotions. Now, these are the things, these are some of the tools that were given to us, right? Thank you.